All respect due to Dr. Carter G. Woodson, who put black in his story. You see, black history is American history and should be celebrated year-round as opposed to trying to cram into a curriculum the many contributions made by African Americans during the shortest month of the year. But I guess that's a lot better than what I and maybe some of you remember, back when it was simply Black History Week, which basically consisted of America's favorite dreamer, and no disrespect intended to the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King. But back then it seemed as if it was only he, Frederick Douglass, Harriet Tubman, Booker T. Washington, George Washington Carver, and of course, Jesse Owens, who served to try to hide, which was also an American philosophy, in the war against Hitler's Germany and the rise of white supremacy. That was very much relevant back then and still is now here in the good old U.S. of A. Now I know there are those who are unaware and others who really don't care about the many contributions made by African Americans. But in fact, we have many great black inventors like Lewis Lattimore, who was the teacher of Thomas Edison, who got the fruit of his labor in creating the light bulb. Now, I'm not here to slander, but rather make clear the fact that black history is American history, and truth, which brings forth power, will begin to set everybody free. And when speaking of black history, I venture to say that there are those who pick and choose historical figures who they deem to be safe according to American standards, as opposed to honoring the diversity and black thought and method, which has helped make this nation great. You see, our contributions run far deeper than the dream, which is basically an improvised conclusion of Dr. King's main objective of poverty, inequality, and of people receiving a check from this country, marked insufficient funds at the March on Washington. Now what about a man named X who challenged America to move from beyond its hypocrisy and began to practice what it preached by treating all of its citizens equally? And there would be no March on Washington without Baynard Rustin, the architect of the Civil Rights Movement. And I respect her courage, but Rosa Parks was not the first to refuse to give her a seat to go to the back of the bus. But her being light-skinned and a member of the NAACP made her the perfect candidate to put before white America. Now, is that justice? And who knew Stephen Biko, a South African, would empower black populations about the anti-apartheid movement and make famous a slogan, "Black is beautiful," that found its way here to the shores of America and influenced the sound of soul brother number one, James Brown, to start a movement of "Say it loud." Right on. For these are but a few of the many contributions made by black people, and the most significant contribution that we made to this country in becoming the superpower that it is today was slavery. So again, black history is American history.
All right.